Hey, have you ever heard the terms full service gross or modified gross, triple net? Those all refer to commercial leases, and we're going to talk about those in under 3 minutes right now. Hang tight. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Minute Show. Today we're going to talk about, as I mentioned, the varying range of commercial leases that exist out there and what the hell does it mean? Full service gross, absolute triple net, modified gross, double net, all that stuff. I'm doing this in gray because my hair's going gray. And I feel like if I do it in gray, you can't really see the gray. Broad range of commercial leases, whether they're office, retail, warehouses, multi-use, all different kinds. And there's a huge array. And they really range from absolute triple net to absolute gross. Now, gross means absolute gross on one end is the landlord pays for all the expenses at the property. You just pay your base rent. Okay. Absolute triple net on the other hand is the tenant pays everything and the landlord doesn't pay squat. Okay. Now, what triple net means is NNN, triple net, 3 N's. And what they mean really is property tax, insurance, and common area maintenance. Those are the 3 big categories, okay? So absolute triple net, you'll see things like a Rite Aid or a CVS or Walgreens or something like that. That's a big chain that's on its own. They usually are all fully absolute triple net, meaning the landlord pays for nothing. They just they get their rent from the tenant pays everything. That's one of the safest investments out there, right? And one of the easiest. And then you go to absolute gross, which means the landlord takes care of everything. There's a whole slew of in between, okay? Where the landlord pays for some, the tenant pays for some. Now, some of them are called full service gross, okay? That's a little bit under absolute gross, and that means that the landlord pays for everything except if in the following years after you first started at that property, if the expenses go up, you're going to pay your tiny little pro rata share of that increase of expenses. Then there's the modified gross lease, which is also kind of in between. That's sort of right in the middle, which means the landlord's going to really pay most of the time your property taxes and insurance for the property and building and common areas themselves. You're going to pay usually your own utilities and janitorial. So it's a kind of a hybrid. And there's a whole swing in between. Okay, sometimes you pay some taxes, sometimes you don't. Sometimes there's a combination of the two. But that's generally what commercial leases are like. And if you want to get some more information about commercial leases and dig a little deeper, I did a class about 4 or 5 years ago. It's about 45 minutes long, isn't too well produced. Isn't crazy sexy, but dives deeper into examples of each one. So we get into a lot more detail on what kind of tenants match into each little piece there. Hope that was helpful, may help you. If you need any help with it, give me a shout out. Have a great day, and thanks for hanging in for the Real Estate Minute Show. Take care.